Welcome to Pluto stationing direct in the Earth sign of Capricorn, transit for all 12 signs. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. I specialize in traditional, Western, and evolutionary astrology. I'm excited to share this month's forecast with you. Please like and subscribe as it helps the channel to grow. If you are new here, welcome. You can find more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. For those of you who've been following me, thank you for your continued support. I love that you're sharing your journey with me. So on October 11th, 2024, Pluto, the planet of birth, death, and rebirth, the planet of transformation, is now going to be stationing direct in the very Earth sign of Capricorn. This has been a lengthy retrograde. It's marking this crucial point of this transition. Pluto being the planet of transformation, regeneration, the planet of deep psychological shifts, it has spent the past 5 months encouraging this internal reflection and for us to address any unresolved power dynamics or control issues in areas of our life that require the profound change. When Pluto stations direct and it finally moves forward, these internal processes, they begin to manifest. They come outwardly, allowing for this forward momentum in your personal evolution and in your transformation. Since 2008, Pluto has been transiting through the sign of Capricorn. The sign is associated with structures, authority, people that require like discipline, where we need discipline, and these long-term goals that we hold and as a country. Now, during Pluto's retrograde, you might have been reassessing your career, your personal authority, the foundational structures that have shaped your life. Now, with Pluto moving direct, it's going to be a time that you're going to want to apply those internal reflections and make these real-world changes, especially in areas of your life where you've been feeling restricted or challenged. Now, this is going to be the final opportunity that you're going to be able to solidify your plans in Capricorn domain before Pluto enters into Aquarius in 2025. After months of introspection, the external progress that you've made in these areas that you've been dealing with, these power struggles and these deep-seated fears, Pluto is now going to be moving direct in that it's going to support all of your manifestations of these internal changes. It'll bring clarity of this momentum to areas that have been previously stagnant. Capricorn's influence, it's here to ensure that the transformations that we're experiencing are not just emotional, but they are material. You might experience these shifts in how you handle responsibilities, your career, your long-term goals. This is going to be a powerful moment in order for you to rebuild anything in your life that has come crumbling down during this retrograde period. Pluto's impending move into the air sign of Aquarius, it marks the beginning of this new era that's focused on the collective change, the collective innovation. The direct station is about time for us to wrap up the last phases of our transformation within the sign of Capricorn. Reflecting on the major changes that have occurred since 2008, use this time to solidify your personal and your professional foundations. In addition to Pluto's direct motion, Mercury is also going to be squaring Pluto on October 13th, 2024. It's bringing this additional layer of intensity. Squares are these tense aspects that often force us to make a change. And so they surface revealing the hidden truths of unresolved issues, leading us to these intense conversations or these mental transformations or power struggles. Be mindful of how do you communicate. Use this period to encourage the confronting of these uncomfortable truths, but also come with the potential for manipulation or psychological intensity. Moving forward, Pluto's direct motion is here to prepare you for the eventual shifts of moving into the sign of Aquarius in 2025, which is going to bring this focus of innovation and collective progress. So in the meantime, Pluto in Capricorn, it's emphasizing responsibility, it's discipline, restructuring. This is a a time period in your life to act on the internal shifts that are made during the retrograde and to fortify the structures of your life, whether it's related to career, your personal authority, or your long-term ambitions. To make the most of this transformative energy, focus on transforming or rebuilding and refining the areas of your life where Capricorn holds sway, where remain conscious of how you communicate during this time of profound change. Offerings this month, join my Patreon community for exclusive astrology content. As a member, you're going to gain this ad-free videos, early forecasts, monthly live tarot and astrology Zoom sessions. It's the perfect space in order for you to dive deeper into the celestial currents that navigate your life. Go to the link below in the description to explore all the benefits of the membership tiers. Special for Scorpios, celebrate your birthday with a personalized solar return reading at a special rate. Use the code Scorpio10 at the checkout in order to enjoy this limited time discount. Schedule your appointment today and discover what the universe has in store for you for your year ahead. Additionally, I'm offering live astrology consultations every other Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Reserve your spot and get in the queue because spaces fill up fast. Be sure to sign up using the link below. I look forward to connecting with each of you and helping you to navigate your unique journey. So let's dive in. So for Aries Sun and Aries Rising, Pluto is in your 10th house of your career, your reputation, being seen as an authority figure. The 10th house is where we leave our mark on society, its ambitions, its goals, it's our responsibilities, or its authority figures over us. I want to also show you that Mercury is in your 7th house of partnerships. That's the +1 house, you with somebody else. Could be a business partner, significant other, could be a client. I'm also going to bring in open enemies and exes here. The 7th house is where we work on trust, our connection with others, how we handle conflict, or how we handle legal matters. So with Pluto, your career, your public life, your public image, all of these topics, your long-term ambitions, there's this sharp focus on them. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to reassess how you have been managing power or control within your professional life. Pluto now having this direct motion, it's going to allow for these external changes in how you manage power and control in your life with where you've been working on it internally. And so this could be with career advancement or redefining your role within the workspace. You might face power struggles with authority figures or challenges in how do you take control of your public image. The Mercury-Pluto square on October 13th, it could really spark this intense discussions around your career, your reputation with partners, significant others, clients, like exes, open-ended, like open enemies that revolve around unresolved issues that come up around your leadership and how do you transform your career trajectory. There's this potential for a breakthrough in your professional life, especially if you are willing to confront the power dynamics that are at play. I encourage you to take the initiative. Redefine your career goals, redefine your approach to these challenges with confidence. Be strategic with how you handle these conflicts. Use this transit to kind of reposition yourself in a leadership role that aligns with your deeper aspirations. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest updates. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, Pluto is in your 9th house, which represents these cross-cultural experiences, you studying, religion, beliefs. It's foreign people, places, and things. It's publishing, it's legal matters, it's travel abroad. And so it's higher education. Mercury is in your 6th house of your day-to-day living. It's your balance between your home and your work. The 6th house is finding a mentor, finding a guide. It's connection with others, but needing to take care of yourself with nutrition and diet and where I am of service to other people. So The focus is going to be on your belief system, on higher education, on long distance travel, that's going to undergo these deep transformations. Pluto's direct motion is going to signal the beginning of these external shifts in your understanding of the world, of your place in the world. You might have been reflecting on these personal beliefs or exploring new philosophies during this retrograde period. There can be these conflicts that come with this that are related to a differing in your belief systems or in educational goals. The Mercury-Pluto square, it can trigger these intense debates that lead you to internal questioning of your long-held ideals, possibly clashing with other people's views or thoughts or beliefs. This transit, it presents you this chance to align your personal philosophies with your evolving self, whether it's through travel, higher education, or your spiritual exploration. You can make this transformative change that enhances your understanding of life's bigger picture. Be open to these new perspectives and don't resist the changes that are within your belief system. Use this to allow the opportunity to engage in the deep learning, whether it comes through formal education or through life's experiences. Allow yourself to have this growth that's beyond your previous limitations. So Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, you have Pluto now entering into your 8th house of your shared resources. The 8th house is where you have your time, money, energy, or effort combined with somebody else. This could be with exes, with alimony and child support. This could be with family members, with debt or wills. This could be with a business partner or a significant other. The 8th house is taboo topics, and it's our deep psychological connection with other people. This transit's important because it squares Mercury in your 5th house of fun and joy and pleasure and children and childlike activities. And Mercury is your chart ruler. It rules over who you are and family, home, the roots, the foundation of which you build your life upon. And so this transit brings about the opportunity to transform around your shared resources, around debts, around taxes, around your intimate partnerships that are going to now take center stage. Pluto's direct motion, it's urging you to address any lingering financial issues or any unresolved emotional bonds. This house governs the deep psychological shifts. It's where we have these deep bonding experiences with other people. It makes this an intense period of growth for you. There can be financial entanglements or control issues within intimate relationships that now can come to the surface. The Mercury Pluto trine, it could provoke arguments around shared resources or around power dynamics or trust issues within your close partnerships. This could also be with children or with lovers. This is going to be a great time that you're going to have the opportunity for deep healing and deep transformation in how you manage your shared resources or how you approach intimacy. If you have been dealing with financial strain or emotional blockages, this transit is going to allow you the opportunity to rebuild from the ground up. Be honest about your financial and emotional challenges with yourself at this time. Use this energy to restructure your debts or redefine how you share resources within your close connections or relationships with others, paving the way to give you deeper trust and mutual respect. So Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Pluto is in your 7th house of partnerships. This is the 1+1 house. You with a business partner, a significant other, clients, best friends. This can be open enemies, exes. The 7th house takes on the themes of contracts and negotiations. It's literally you and others. And so the Mercury is in your 4th house of your home, your family, your living situation, your personal life. And so this square, or Pluto being in your house of partnerships and your one-on-one relationships, it brings these topics to the spotlight, to the limelight. Pluto stationing direct here, it's encouraging you to take a closer look at your closest connections, whether they're romantic or they're business related. You might be reevaluating the power dynamics that come between your relationships during this retrograde period. And so now you're going to possibly experience the tension or the control struggles that come within these partnerships. The Mercury-Pluto square within home and family and your foundational connections, it might intensify the communication with a partner or with a friend or the business partner or an ex. It brings about these hidden issues of power imbalances and it brings them to the surface. This is an ideal time for you to transform all of your relationships, like an offering to approach them with these opportunities to deepen the emotional bonds or to renegotiate the boundaries. You can heal these long-standing relationship patterns. You can emerge with stronger, more empowered connections with others. Be prepared to engage in these difficult conversations, but approach them with the goal of, I want to transform rather than I want to control. Open your communication. Be willing to confront these issues that are going to lead to healthier, more balanced partnerships. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Pluto in your 6th house of your day-to-day habits. It's the house of our mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being. It's the house of how do I take care of and nurture myself? How am I also of service to others? Finding a balance between home and work. The square is going to come with Mercury in your 3rd house of communication with siblings and neighbors and cousins and friends. It's like your immediate network. And so your Pluto being in your 6th house is going to highlight your day-to-day routine, your health, your work environment, undergoing these significant changes. Pluto here in its direct motion is now helping you to externalize your internal work that you've done on your habits, on your daily routines, or your approach to health. The 6th house is your the house of alternative health and healing. Now, there can be these power struggles that are at work or that are health-related issues that can now become more pronounced at this time. The Mercury-Pluto square, it can bring about this tension that can be with coworkers or that can cause this disruption to your day-to-day routine, or especially with the wanting to have control over your environment and you feeling that that is threatened. The 6th house is where we nurture and care for ourselves, like going to the chiropractor, going to the dog park, making sure I have that dental appointment or that doctor's appointment. And so the opportunities that can come from this are a restructuring of your work habits, of your health routines for this long-term stability. This is going to be a time that you're going to be able to eliminate any unhealthy habits in order to adopt more of a sustainable approach or practice that supports your well-being and your efficiency that's at work, focusing on creating this disciplined work routine for yourself, something that works for you, that enhances both your physical health and your work productivity. If there have been imbalances in your work relationships or where you volunteer and are of service to other people, use this time, use this energy to address these issues constructively, because with the Mercury square Pluto, there can be these opportunities of tension that can come up with coworkers that cause these disruptions in your daily routine. And it's about control. It's about your environment and you using this opportunity to say, I'm going to open up the conversation. I want to address these issues. I have to have this time off here. I have to be able to do this here. You using your I statements in order to make sure that you put your healthcare needs first before being of service to others. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Pluto in your 5th house. This revolves around topics of children. This is our lovers. It's the house of joy and pleasure and investments, and it's the house where we take risks. It's the house of gambling. The 5th house has to do with all types of art, music, and creative self-expression. Now, Mercury is in your 2nd house of self-worth, cash, property, and what I need in order to feel secure. And so topics revolving around creativity, children, romance, they're now going to come under the focus of Pluto moving direct. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to reignite your passions in order to, how do I express myself freely, whether it's through art or music or romance, or within your relationships with others, or with your relationship with children, or healing your inner child. There can be these power struggles within these creative projects or within romantic relationships that can now arise, especially during the Mercury-Pluto square, which could bring up or provoke these intense emotions that are about control issues. The moment is going to be bringing it up in order to focus on your creative and emotional renewal. You can experience these breakthroughs within your artistic pursuits or deepen these romantic connections by addressing the unresolved issues, the elephant that's in the room. Channel this transformative energy into your creative endeavors or into romantic gestures or your expressions with others that reflect your true desires. Let go of control. Allow for this emotional vulnerability in order for you to foster these deeper, more authentic connections with others. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Pluto in your 4th house. This represents the foundation of which you build your life upon. It is your house, your home, your personal life, your living situation. It's your real estate, your property, your traditions. The 4th house is not just my home, it's my city, my state, my country. The square is going to be with Mercury that's in your 1st house of who you are, your identity, you being seen, your appearance. I always say that the 1st house is like your business card or your website. And so the topics revolving around home, family, and emotional foundations are going to be the focus of this Pluto's direct forward moving when it stations direct. So you might have been reflecting on these deep family dynamics or these internal emotional structures during this retrograde period. family tensions or unresolved emotional issues, or these structures, they could have come up during this retrograde period with controlling over home. Remember that the fourth house is like the genealogy. It's the DNA. It's the great-grandparents, the grandparents, the parents, the you. It's the things that have been passed down. Now, the Mercury-Pluto square, it can trigger these power struggles or these intense conversations that you might be having with your family. Now, the opportunity that's going to come from it is about, how do I transform my home life and my own emotional foundations? I need to address these underlying issues. I need to be able to create a more secure, a more harmonious domestic environment. The approach of the family dynamics, I'm encouraging you to focus on this with compassion, a focus on, how do I resolve these long-standing tensions? This is going to be your opportunity in order to build a home that supports your emotional well-being and your personal growth. So Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I host live new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you are looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Scorpio sun, moon, and rising, you have Pluto in your third house of communication. This is all types of communication, how you take information in, how you disseminate it and share it with others. It's the house of siblings and neighbors and cousins. It's literally the house of transportation and gossip and email. And the square is going to come with Mercury that is in your 12th house. This transit's important because Pluto is one of your chart rulers. And so the topics revolving around control and transformation become extremely important for you. So the focus of your communication, your siblings, short distance travel, all of these are going to be highlighted because Pluto's direct motion now is encouraging you to have these deeper, more intense conversation in order to reveal the hidden truths within your immediate environment. There can be these communication breakdowns or these power struggles that you might have with siblings or neighbors that can now arise, particularly during the Mercury-Pluto square. Remember, the 12th house is the house of the hidden. And so be mindful of, how do you express yourself in order to avoid manipulation or in order to avoid misunderstandings. This transit can offer you this opportunity or this chance to deepen your connections through honest, transformative conversations. You can resolve these long-standing issues that you've had with siblings or improve this communication within your local community. So Scorpio, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Sagittarius sun, moon, and rising, you have Pluto in your second house. The second house revolves around your money, your cash, your property, your resources, your skill set. It's, what do I need in order to feel secure emotionally, mentally, spiritually? It's about security. It's about your value system. Mercury is in your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, and the community or the people that you network with in order to move forward with those topics. And so having Pluto in your second house now moving forward, it brings to light your personal finances, your values, your material possessions. These are all going to be areas that are now going to transform. Pluto's direct motion, it helps you externalize the internal work that you've been doing on creating financial stability and your personal values. Finding finding out that you have these, or bringing to the light, these financial struggles or self-worth issues that have now surfaced, especially during this Mercury-Pluto square. This could highlight the conflicts that you have between money or between your resources. This is a really great time in order for you to create or rebuild your financial foundation. How do you work to align with your spending and your deeper values? This will be an opportunity to transform how do you manage your money and develop a more like empowered sense of self-worth that comes from having the control over these topics. Focus on creating financial stability by aligning your resources with what truly matters with you at a core level. Let go of these material attachments that no longer serve your higher purpose. So Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising, Pluto is finally going to be moving direct and then eventually moving out of your first house of self. This has been a long, transformative time for you. The first house represents your identity. It's your personality. I always say it's like your business card or your website. It's your desires, your interests, your general temperament. It is how other people see you, your defense mechanisms. It is your self-interest. And so having Pluto here, and then it's going to be in a quick square with Mercury at the top of your chart in your 10th house of your responsibilities, your career, your reputation. The 10th house revolves around your public life, your life path. The 10th house is business related or success or achievement. And so Pluto, being in your first house of your identity, your personal goals, your physical appearance, now being under like this transformative influence, now moving forward, this is going to be a time that you're going to be able to externalize your internal shifts that you have been working on for so long regarding your self-image and your life path of your life's direction. You can possibly feel this pressure that you are now wanting to redefine yourself, which can lead to an identity crisis or this power struggle in how are you expressing yourself. The Mercury-Pluto square, this can intensify these conflicts around how other people are perceiving you and communicating this with you. Authority figures, you in your career, your job, your responsibilities. This is going to be your moment to completely transform who you are, your identity, and step into this more authentic, empowered version of yourself. You can now redefine your personal goals. How do you present yourself to the world? Embrace this change and allow yourself to evolve, to transform. Focus on aligning your external appearance with your internal transformation and letting go of any outdated self-concepts that have been about you. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising, you've had Pluto for a very long time in your 12th house, doing a lot of inner work. The 12th house is where we heal and we renew, and it's the house that takes us away from the earthly realm. It's the hidden matters. It's about dreams and intuition, our psychic ability. It's our connection to the spiritual realm. It's our connection to our spirit guides, our angels, our ancestors. And so Mercury, it will be in square with, is in your 9th house of cross-cultural experiences that we have with other people. And it's the house of publishing and legal matters. It's the house of travel. And so Having Pluto representing your subconscious patterns, your spirituality, and your hidden matters in your 12th house, being the main focus of Pluto's direct station, this is going to be a time for this deep introspection of healing of your past traumas, of any unresolved issues. This is a time to address these fears or these unresolved issues. The 12th house is where people put upon us their thoughts and their beliefs about us. And then we internalize this and it becomes this broken record that we say to ourselves and we repeat it. And so this is going to be an opportunity to say, I need to heal this. I need to let go of this. With Mercury in a square with Pluto, this is going to intensify this inner conflict and this possible anxiety in order to bring up the unresolved issues that need to be addressed during its last push to move through. This is going to be this powerful time of spiritual growth for you and of healing. You can release these old patterns. You can transform your relationship with your subconscious mind, leading you to this beautiful, profound inner peace. Take this time for self-reflection. Focus on addressing any of these deep-seated emotional patterns that you've had. With Pluto stationing direct, this is going to be a time that you can now face your unresolved fears, uncover these hidden truths, and resolve and release these subconscious blocks that have been holding you back. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. If you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Pluto in your 11th house. And so it's been there for a very long time. Pluto has been transforming your social connections, your hopes, your dreams, your long-term goals of what do you want to do, your friendship area of your life. The 11th house is it's the house of humanitarian efforts. It's my community of how do I help and support the collective, but who do I align with in order to get to where I want to be? Pluto here now stationing direct will eventually come into a square with Mercury in your 8th house of your shared resources that are connected to other people, the house of psychological transformation, the house of deep bonding. And so having Pluto now moving forward in your 11th house of your friendships, your social circles, your long-term goals, it's going to undergo one last transformation. Pluto's direct motion here, it's going to help bring forward any work that you have done and this internal work that you've been working on, and say, I need to focus on my internal work that I've done regarding my place within these groups, within the broader community, within my friendship or my social circles. I need to look at the power dynamics that are within my friendships or the conflicts that are around these shared goals, because they're now coming up with the Mercury Pluto square, because it's bringing this opportunity. Remember, squares are tense points that brings topics that were below the surface. It brings them to the forefront in order for you to address it for change. And so this opportunity to address or have these intense conversations around your friends, your associates, your future direction of your life. This is going to be a time to transform these groups and align yourself with the social networks with your evolving identity of who you are, of you building a more authentic and supportive relationship or network with within these groups or with new groups. Be open to the changes that happen within your social circles at this time. Focus on cultivating these meaningful connections with others, and use this time period to reassess your long-term goals. Ensure that they are reflecting your core true values and your desires. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community using the link below. And if you're looking for a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And don't forget to subscribe.